All right, getting in some breaking inputs from Pakistan, as we are being told that Pakistan's Defence Minister Khwaja Asif has in fact made a shocking admission that the country's own security forces are physically handicapped, that too in the Balochistan province because of the province's vast size while battling a surge in militant violence. Addressing the National Assembly, Khwaja Asif highlighted the challenges of controlling Balochistan, which covers over 40% of Pakistan's territory, requiring massive troop deployment. The remarks followed coordinated militant attacks, remember, on multiple towns, targeting civilian homes and security installations. Authorities reported 177 militants being killed in large-scale operations over the past 2 days. Listen into what Khwaja Asif has had to say.
आज भी सारे बलूचिस्तान में कोई ऐसा इलाका नहीं है जहां पे उनकी रेट हो, जिस तरह कहते हैं ना कि वो कि एक रेट कायम ते कम जो भी डिस्ट्रक्शन करते हैं, खून खराबा करते हैं, उसके बाद वो निकल जाते हैं। इंशाअल्लाह ताला आने वाले दिनों के अंदर जनाबे स्पीकर, मैं हुकूमत के बिहाफ के ऊपर ये यकीन दिलाना चाहता हूं कि इन लोगों से कोई नेगोशिएशंस नहीं होंगी। जिस तरह ब्रूटल फोर्स ये लोग इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं, मेरी दरखास्त है कि इस हाउस की तरफ से एक ऐसा मैसेज जाना चाहिए जो हमारे जवान, हमारे फौजी, हमारे एफसी के लोग, पैरामिलिट्री के लोग, हमारी पुलिस जो है जहां जहां खलफशार है वो लड़ रहे हैं, अपनी जानें कुर्बान कर रहे हैं। हम अपने इख्तिलाफात भुला के तमाम सियासतदान, ये पार्लियामेंट जो है उनके पीछे खड़ी हो।
Right. Akanksha, how do you assess this admission by Khwaja Asif?
So this is in fact, if the country's defense minister is saying that their own security apparatus is currently paralyzed, it goes on to speak of volumes of how the current regime under Asim Munir has in fact collapsed completely. Not to forget the role being played by Shahbaz Sharif, the Prime Minister, is that of being a puppet Prime Minister. But most importantly, you look at the way the Baloch militants are now in fact reorganizing their own structure. There's been a rejig which was announced roughly at the end of 2025, and they've also started including women militant commanders, and so that they are giving a tough time. You're looking at 177 militants that have been killed, but they've also lost out on a number of personnel from the own Pakistan military and even their police teams, and they are all scrambling at the moment. They seem to be quite in a fix. And remember, Balochistan is a massive province, Haim. 40% of the territory in Pakistan is what Balochistan is. And if Khwaja Asif is making that admission, that too in the assembly, to the Pakistani lawmakers, it only goes on to sort of indicate the kind of collapse of law and order in Pakistan. More importantly, the internal dissent, whether it is to do with the army or say even an imprisoned Imran Khan. We've seen the way the PTI has been protesting, all of opposition, not just PTI, even Maulana Fazlur Rahman's parties. They've all in fact started speaking out against Asim Munir. But now Baloch, say, insurgency is the biggest threat, which is proving to be a massive challenge, and how Pakistan is able to address this. They clearly are not able to. In fact, just in the week gone by, last Saturday, we saw multiple attacks. 7 locations, in fact, had been attacked by the Baloch.
Right, and as you were saying, that internal dissent, we've seen how it's growing also. We were discussing this a couple of days back, also the women militants also joining the ranks there. When he talks about them being physically handicapped, he's talking about the vast terrain, as you mentioned there as well.
And it's a complicated terrain. Time and again, the Baloch have in fact also been hijacking trains, as we've seen, and they've brought the entire security apparatus in Pakistan to its knees. And as you said, you were highlighting the internal dissent, that being one challenge. But as far as the Baloch militants are concerned, there's been a rejig in the overall structure just late last year, where they have appointed some new commandos. At the same time, the role that women commandos have been playing is extremely extremely fascinating, to say the least, because many of them, in fact, come from families of Baloch activists whose parents, or say particularly the fathers, had been killed or shot dead in combat. And so they are now looking for revenge. They are avenging their father's killings, and they're playing a very critical role. They are the face of the Baloch. In fact, by doing this, are also saying that they are giving women a place at the table. They are the face of the youth, the Gen Zs, which are now representing the Baloch activists. So I see the Baloch, in fact, giving a tough time to the Pakistan military establishment at the moment.
Right, and of course going forward it's going to be a wait and watch game to see how this threat further evolves for Pakistan. We know that currently their security apparatus is in shambles. All right, we are also getting some more information.